Hello and welcome. This is Sadhuswan. In today's video, we are going to discuss some data summarization techniques as well as some calculations that are available in pivot tables. We have some data here which we used in our first video as well. We are going to use this data and try to create some pivot tables and do some analysis and some calculations. First of all, I have sales with different types of calculations, such as average sales, sum of sales, maximum sales values for each of the months, minimum sales values, as well as count of total sales values or transactions during that month. We are going to replicate this pivot table as shown over here. To do this, we should create a pivot table first. I'll click on data and then I will go to insert. I will click on this pivot table and I'm going to create my pivot table in this sheet PT different summarisations, and I click from here. When I click OK, I have my pivot table list available. In this pivot table, I'm going to create month-wise sales values. First of all, to create a pivot table like this, I will first need the order date to be in the rows section. When I drag and drop this in the rows area, you can see that pivot table has already summarized the dates into different years. After summarization of data into various years, pivot table has created a new field by the name of years, which is available in the field list. If I click here, you can see different years have been summarized. I can use this field and put it in the filters area so that I can only select 2014 as required. This field list has already been then expanded into different months. Next, I am going to put sales values in the value section. I have got sum of sales values here. I will only format it properly, and I already have sum of sales values here. Now I'm going to calculate the average sales values for each of these months. One thing that I want to do first before moving forward is that I would like to convert this into a tabular format. I'll go to pivot table options, display, classic pivot table layout, and I will click OK. And then I will add another field, sales values, again in the value section. By default, it has given me a sum of sales again, but this time I don't want a sum, I want an average. So I will click on this field and click on value field settings, and I will click on average. So it will give me average of sales 2. I will just delete the 2 from here. I will click OK. I've got the average sales values for each of these months. Next is the maximum sales values for each of these months. So I'm going to drag sales values again here, and this time I will select the maximum. And I can also change the name of the heading directly in the pivot table by clicking F2 and deleting the 2 here and pressing enter. Next, I want to have a minimum sales values. In this case, I will click. I can also right click here and summarize values by. I can select minimum sales values here, and then I can click remove the 2 from here. So this is minimum sales values, and next I want to have a count of sales values. So I'm going to drag the sales value field again, and in this case right click, summarize values by. I have a count here, and then I will delete the 2. So that's how we have replicated the entire pivot table, which is shown on the left side. We have sum of sales values, average of sales values, maximum, minimum, and count of sales for each of the months. We can change the year from the top and have a different set of values for the different years. So this is something which is very interesting, that we can have different types of summarizations, data summarizations in the pivot table. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.